Hello, it is the educated Edibilista here, Mary and Jane, and we are here with episode 6 to talk about decarboxylation. And the reason you would need to do that before you create edibles or tinctures is to activate the
THC.
Yes, the medicinal properties of your marijuana. So, go ahead.
So basically, if you try to just eat a bunch of weed, just straight from the plant or dried, it's not really going to actually get you high or give you the medicinal qualities that you want. So you have to activate it. So you will see it written as THCA, and then when you decarb it, I'll explain that in a second, it goes to THC. It takes that A off. Basically, the A stands for acid. So decarbing, so if you think about when you typically use weed, you smoke it. So that actually decarbs it immediately. It heats it up. That's what decarboxylation is. It just heats it up and breaks it down and makes it active.
Changes the molecular structure.
Exactly. We're not going to get into all the chemistry. Two things we're not good at, chemistry and math. And we're doing both of those right now. Yay, us.
We're doing it so you don't have to.
Exactly. So we're actually going to decarb 2 different ways. In this video, we're going to do it by hand using our air fryer because we are 40-something women and we love fucking air fryers. And it's right here. Everyone has one in their home, or you have a toaster oven or a regular oven.
Yep, you can do it with whatever you have.
Exactly. You don't have to go out. You don't have to buy anything special or anything like that. So first we are going to take our flour that we bought and break it up before we put it in the air fryer. So we're doing 3.5 grams, and we're going to make a tincture basically so that we can give you a recipe for a gorgeous and tasty fall drink.
Wait to see this drink.
And we're going to give you 2 options, an alcoholic one and a non-alcoholic version, because some people don't want to mix cannabis and alcohol. These are my favorite. Jane cracked me up.
Love it. And the reason for the gloves is because it's sticky.
Very sticky, yes. Jane's being a trooper and doing this for us.
I like to get my hands dirty, so to speak.
Oh, it smells amazing.
It does.
So we chose this strain because it has limonene terpene in it, so it smells like lemons, and it's going to be really, really good in the fall drink.
Perfect for a drink.
Yeah, perfect. I wish you could.
We need smell-o-vision.
Emerald. We smell-o-vision. I was trying to think of who that was. We need smell-o-vision so bad right now.
Just take our word for it. It smells really good.
It smells amazing, yeah. So if you look, there's so many recipes for tinctures online. We're going to be using vodka because we cannot get Everclear in Virginia unless you have a grain license, which we do not.
We don't have that yet. We're probably working on that next.
Yeah, that's next. Get my sill out in the backyard and make our own moonshine. That's probably an easier step at this point.
To get behind that.
Exactly. So if you're using vodka, you can also use brandy. It is a little,
nice.
Yeah, it really
warming.
does. I have to do that one next. It's a little less strong than if you're using Everclear or moonshine. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
This is 100% vodka, so it'll probably be a little better. And speaking of this vodka, my husband makes fun of me a lot. We're going to have to flip this video so you can actually see it. It's called Aristocrat, and it is the cheapest vodka ever.
I know it.
But my husband, I made him do a taste test against blind taste test against Sky, Belvedere, and Tito's. Let me tell you who won.
Really? I'm fascinated.
3 times. He did it 3 times, and Aristocrat won every single time.
Any headache, hangover, anything?
No, it's fabulous. It
wow, that's surprising. The cheaper stuff
usually has additives and everything. Yeah, but no, it's amazing. Highly recommend it. $16 for 100 proof.
Hey, a little cheaper than Grey Goose. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I think Grey Goose might have been one we did too. Yeah. So you don't have to grind your flour up for decarbing. We're going to show you using a machine on the next video called the Levo 2. That one you do need to grind, and we'll show you that whole process.
Levo is so cool. But this works. This is you don't have to
have any special equipment. This is what people have been doing forever.
Exactly.
So we're just going to try. But this one does make your house smell.
Yes,
from what I understand. So we're going to see exactly how strong that is. We'll let you know.
Yes.
So this is literally the first time we're doing this.
All right, look at that. Fancy.
Okay, let's
pulled out that one little stem. I didn't think we needed that.
Yeah, let's show. what it looks like there. So
isn't that pretty?
Little pieces. It's super pretty. Don't have any like crazy colors in this one. So this is a sativa, which I thought would be good for a drink as well because it gives you more energy rather than, you know, making you tired. If you're adding with alcohol, for me, I'd be like out like a light.
Right.
So we're gonna use an energizing strain and see what happens. Yeah. So we're gonna decarb it first in the air fryer. We'll come back, show you what that looks like, and then literally you're just gonna soak it in vodka.
Do you want to tell them about the time and temperature for that, or
probably?
Okay. Didn't mean to like steal your thunder there, but
yeah, you know my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna do for a low. Most people say around 220 degrees for about 35 to 45 minutes. So I think we'll probably go on the longer side just to make sure.
Remember, don't skip this step.
Yeah, don't skip.
Because then you're going to be very disappointed and have some wasted materials.
Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, are we ready?
Yep, let's do it. We are back. We are going to take our herbs out of the air fryer because it is finished decarbing. So, ta-da! Look at that. All ready to go. And we're going to be putting this into our tincture for our festive autumn beverage, which we are really excited to try.
So we're going to make our tincture now. So we have kind of done the math a little bit. We're going to show you a whole worksheet and everything. But basically we had to assume some things. So we have discussed before, there's not really labels and stats on a lot of the marijuana that you can buy, if you can buy it in your state. If you can't buy it, like in our state, of course, there's no labeling. So we're kind of playing a guessing game. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah, we're hoping for the best.
Yeah. So a lot of the recipes that you'll find online are using like a whole ounce of marijuana. That is a fuck ton, guys.
Yes.
So we kind of cut everything down to 3.5 grams. And figured out how many ounces of vodka we're going to soak that in, figured out in the ounces how many milliliters that is so that we can figure out
the math.
dosing. You're just going to have to trust us on the math right now because we cannot explain it.
Totally.
You just need to see the worksheet, and there's plenty of those available online as well. We're going to link you guys. So we have our decarboxylated flower, very pretty. Definitely smells in my house.
It does. It does.
Yes.
And we told you we'd tell you the truth about that. So,
does.
if you live somewhere where you're concerned about other people smelling that, definitely take that into consideration.
Yeah, so we're going to show you the Levo in the next video that has no smell, a machine that will decarb for you and infuse. So you'll see that. But I kind of put on the stove my little, because I don't like the smell of food after I've eaten.
Right.
So I use this a lot. So I wanted to see if it would work for weed. I think it's done a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, it smells really good.
Yeah. So basically you just fill a pot with some water, put some vanilla in there and some rosemary sprigs, literally, and just boil it. It takes away fish smells, bacon. I don't like the smell of cold bacon. I like the smell of hot bacon. I'm a freaking weirdo. So when we make bacon, like I have to put this on the, So it
smells very nice.
It smells very good.
Yes.
So it has hidden something.
We could have probably put some of those orange peels in there if I'd have thought about it before I got rid of them.
Yeah, we made that work. Okay, so we're gonna make the tincture.
Yes.
You're gonna have to let the tincture sit. There are lots of recipes that you can put it like in your what do you call those things? Oven thingies. Good Lord.
Oven thingies.
Crock pot.
I
There we
don't know
go.
what the fuck she's talking about.
You can put it in your crock pot to like heat it up and make it go faster, I guess is the theory. Or you can just put it in a jar, let it sit
Old-fashioned
for a
way.
few days or a week or as long as you want.
Low tech right here,
We're
baby.
going low tech
Yep.
because
That's what
how
we do.
are, yeah. So we've got our jar here. I'm just gonna put the flour in. Hopefully not spill it anywhere. It should be fairly simple. Maybe.
Yep. You're good. Nice.
There we go. There's that. And so we are going to do a 1/2 cup of vodka. And So 4 ounces or half cup.
You're doing great with math.
So we figured out that a half cup has how many milliliters?
Oh, I'll have to consult my worksheet for
I
that.
believe it was 118. Check on that.
Oh, yeah. Yes, 118 servings.
Yes.
According to our very scientific calculations, which we did double check.
We did.
For the record.
So-
But we, again, not math professionals.
Yeah. So we have a little tincture bottle that we'll be putting in, but literally this is just what it looks like.
It looks like not much in that giant jar.
It really doesn't.
But when you were pouring it into the measuring cup, it looked like a lot.
Exactly, yeah. And it literally, so these are 30 milliliter bottles, so it's going to make 3.5 of these. So that's a lot of tincture. Most of the recipes that you'll see have you start with like 1 milliliter, which is basically 1 dropper. I'll show you the dropper and once this is done and we make our drink. So it's going to make quite a bit. But yeah, so I would say minimum 2 days, let it sit
I think so.
to a week to get everything out of there. Yeah, so we'll be back and making the drink for you in just a bit here. We're back.
We're back.
Our tincture has sat for a couple days. I have filled it in the little 30 milliliter bottle, and the dropper is supposed to be 1 milliliter. So the way that we mathed,
it is now. It is now.
So the way that we math, we assume the dropper is 1 milliliter, which I can't even get it full, so we might have to do 2 based on that. And it will be 5 milligrams of THC. So if you wanted more than that, if you wanted 10 milligrams, but 5 to 10 is usually where people start if you're starting with, was it 6? 5.9.
It was very close to 6.
It was
so
very
we just rounded
close.
it up to
So
6.
yeah.
Maths.
So if you wanted, so I would start with 1 if you're starting. Just start with 1 dropper. See how it goes.
Especially if you're mixing it with alcohol.
Yes. So we're gonna do an alcoholic version and a non-alcoholic version of Hot Toddy with orange and rosemary. And the tincture has the lemonada. So I think that will go really well. So let's get into it. So we have our glasses, and we're gonna put some orange slices at the bottom. Look at these, cute. And then that's your rosemary. Stealing your rosemary. That was like a perfect star on there. So we're gonna put the rosemary in there, and then your tincture,
which smells amazing, by the way.
So I'm gonna do 1, but I had to do it in half because it wasn't coming out.
Thank you.
And then we're going to muddle that. So if you don't have a muddler, which I don't because I don't make mixed drinks, we're just using a spoon. So basically what you're trying to do is like get the oils out of the orange and the rosemary. So you just want to like squish it. Don't tear the orange apart. You're just trying to get some juice out.
And oil from the rind.
Yeah. So just kind of smush it around in there a little bit.
Oop.
And this is a really great drink, not only for fall and winter, but if you're not feeling well. So we're doing 1 with bourbon and 1 with tea. So it has honey in it, so it's really great if you're just not feeling well. So
Thank you.
There you go. Do that. So once you're done with that, then we're going to add our hot water. So I've got the tea kettle here, and
Can you reach?
look at that, guys. 8 ounces. Hopefully I made enough water.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm actually going to do a little less.
Okay. Fancy.
That'll really bring out the flavors. I also don't think our cups are big enough for like full 8 ounces plus the alcohol or tea that we're going to add. So you're supposed to do 8 ounces of hot water. There. And
it looks so pretty already.
It really does.
Smells good.
Oh, yes. You can
Mm-hmm.
really smell the orange and the lemon. That's fabulous.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to be doing tea, and Jane is going to be doing the vodka. Bourbon. Had my husband choose which he wanted because he's going to be drinking this because it's like the middle of the afternoon.
Right. Some of us have to work.
Some people. So 2 ounces of whatever you were
that was
adding
probably
into.
just
so
1.
that was
Yeah,
1.
me
Yep.
too.
You want 1 more in there?
I don't want to cheat him for sure.
No.
That would not be nice. Oh, look at that. It looks so good.
That looks really pretty. Let me have that shot glass.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm going to spill this everywhere.
You want to do it over top of the measuring cup?
Probably would have been a better idea.
Live and learn, live and learn.
Here we go.
You could just dip it in, maybe, if it would fit. I don't know.
I'm getting tea
It's
over
okay.
there. That's okay.
It's just tea. No use crying over spilled tea.
And it's my farmhouse table. It's supposed to look old.
That's right.
It all works.
And if we spilled tincture, that might be worth
that
crying
would be a
over.
problem.
Yeah. You'd see us
We
like
haven't done that yet, so.
sucking
yes.
it up with a dropper.
Okay, so it's all in there except for our honey. So let's get a little bit out here. About 1 teaspoon.
We're not mathing this.
No.
We're just eyeballing it.
I pretty much know what a teaspoon of honey is because I have it in tea all the time. All right, mix that up.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty with the orange and the rosemary. Look at that. Gorgeous color, even in these blue glosses. I wonder what it would look like in clear. Gorgeous.
We'll try that next time.
Yeah. Let's take a look here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Our first drink with cannabis.
Yoo-hoo! Mmm. So good.
Is it good with the
Yeah,
bourbon?
it really is.
Okay. I need a sip of the
You
bourbon.
do. You do.
The tea is very nice and subtle because of the extra water.
You can really taste the rosemary in this one.
Ooh.
That's good, isn't it?
That's very good with the bourbon.
I don't know.
The husband's going to have a good afternoon.
Right? This could be dangerous. We might not get any other
This
work
could
done
be, yeah.
if we started down this
So
road.
if you are scared of doing cannabis with alcohol, I think that is a really good option.
It's very, very enjoyable.
I could even see adding some pineapple juice to that. Would be really good.
Yum.
Yeah.
Lots of room to experiment, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you love mixing drinks, this is like a whole new world.
I love it.
Oh, wait, we said we weren't going to sing. Was that the
When
song
did we
did
say
last,
that?
the last video where we sang?
Oh, that was the last video. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, my
Hey,
goodness.
you get education and entertainment right here, people.
And it's all free.
It's
Look at
all
that.
free.
Okay, so I think that went pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do anything differently. I think
No, I don't think so. I think the whole
Yeah.
process was
it was
pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the smell in your home, you will need to adjust for that
Right.
if that's a concern. But like I said, that boiling water that I do has really, I don't smell it at all anymore, honestly.
Yeah, same.
So yeah,
Either that or we just got used to it.
that is true.
Who can say? Be interesting if somebody walked in your door if they would smell it. That would be the real test, right?
Yeah, actually, do have a friend coming tonight, so I'm not going to say anything
And see what she
happens.
says. Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
We'll report back.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so the next video we're going to do the Levo, which is going to do the decarboxylation and infusion all on its own. We're
Super
going to
exciting.
be using vegan butter.
Woo!
So we'll see how that goes. And then we're going to use, once that is actually infused, our next video, we are going to make, what are we making?
Banana bread.
Banana bread. I said banana bread. Banana bread, yes. We have coined that now.
Yes, we
no one
have.
else has, but
There's a
we're
trademark
doing it
on that now.
that is like my favorite snack, banana bread. So
it's gonna be
I think
so
it'll be
good.
cool to see if there's any flavor in it, or
Yeah.
if it's.
I'm
just-
thinking the banana bread would actually be really good with one of
it
these.
really
yeah.
would. That's what I was
Be a
thinking
nice
too, yeah.
melding of
Yeah.
flavors and comforting.
Yeah.
So
So there you guys. I think the tincture is super easy to start with. Can't taste it in here at all. I haven't tried just taking a milliliter of it just in my mouth.
Right.
So I don't know if that tastes yet.
Yeah,
we'll have to try that
maybe
at some
see
point.
later.
But otherwise, I think it's fairly good with any drink. You should be able to put it in there. Have your little wine spritzer.
Oh yeah.
In there. Holidays are coming, which is also why we wanted to do a fall one. So Thanksgiving. You know, something fun.
This could make Thanksgiving extra festive.
Or at least tolerable.
Or at least tolerable.
Depending on where you're spending
sometimes
it.
that's all you can ask for.
It's true. I'm not saying anything.
I'm giving thanks for these beverages.
Absolutely. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.